But in the meantime, oh yeah, the feeling of having completed a puzzle, and the thing that you were doing on the puzzle, like the puzzle, the location of the puzzle, no longer being interactive, is really satisfying. Like, hey, I did the thing with that. It no longer reacts to me. It's no longer important. That's such a good feeling. So what were we doing with you? I took some notes. Are these my notes? These are as notes as I get, I guess. And I took some pictures. I remember taking pictures. This was pretty important. So let's see what story... No, please do not install iOS 10 for me, thank you. Let's see what story the pictures tell me. Alright, so first we have this little guy. So we're trying to assemble the star points based, I'm assuming, on the combined points for the other three symbols, which would be here. However, we get different values for the symbols, which may not even be valid values for the purposes of entering them into the computer, which is 0 through 60. Still can't use arrow keys. Man, with this up, I really wish I could just use arrow keys in the enter key, but I guess not. This was, what, 15 through 29. And this was also 0 through 60. And they were set such that... Where are you? This is the top number, this is the left number, and this is the bottom right number, I think. So, in order to get a valid value... We go in deep, kids. I think I have enough information to get the puzzle. I suspect there's more information out there, and what I'm doing is kind of brute forcey. But I think this will work. Think this will work. So what I'm gonna do is... Hello? Oh, right, I have to be careful about how I do that. Go through all of the symbols on all of the permutations of Captain Wheels and see what valid values I get. So there's going to be some running around. So, let's make a table, shall we? So with wheel 1, there are some values. With wheel 2, there are some values. With wheel 3, there are some values. With 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 2 and 3, and with all of them lit. And the symbols that we're looking for are Taurus, Gemini, and this one, which I still can't remember. I think it's Scorpio? So, Taurus, Gemini, and the M with a tail. How does this thing actually look? Yeah, M with a tail. What a nasty little symbol. Alright, so the values for only wheel 2 lit are 52, 20, 72, which isn't valid. I'm bad at spinning wheels. 7, 32, 97, which isn't valid. And 37, 7, 12, which is valid. Cool. Alright, let's go mess up some wheels, shall we? Oh god, which wheels are which? What are the correct numbers for the wheels? I've forgotten everything. I'm so far behind. Where even are the wheels? I guess I could do this one too. I feel like I have all the information I need for this one. And as long as I'm here... Yeah, here's the money shot. So I'm looking at this mess of information that we got from Alexandra, presumably. No, Clementine. Alex is the boy. Clem is the girl. So, what does it say? I have to set each dial to the last digit in their date of birth. But that's not enough. When I press the button, it still resets. Maybe it needs to be done in a certain order. So, my guess is they're either ordered in birth order, which is probably wrong, or they're ordered in death order, which is, I think, more likely. So this is... Oh, I have this written down too somewhere, right? Yeah! Okay, so 1171 to 1188, which is first in both respects, actually. Firstborn and... Oh, no, there's another factor. It could be age. So, in age, he's also first, because he's 19, as opposed to 50, 42, or 87. In terms of last digit of death, since last digit of birth is important, he is... Oh, no. There's a place where the last digit of death overlaps, so that can't be it. We could just do it in terms of death year, but death year is just going to be the same order as birth. So we can try it in order of birth, and we can try it in order of age. So let's start with order of age, because that feels a little more appropriate. And not as obvious. That feels not as obvious is the real reason. So the last digit is a 1, and based on this, 1 is over here. And he was the youngest. So the next one, who died at 42, is this position. And they are a 4. 2, 3, 4. The next one was this position, and they were born in a 2. And then the last one was this position, because they were 87, and they were born in a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I flip the switch and hope that it does the thing? No. Alright, so the next thing to try is order of birth year, which, who knows, maybe. So this is a 1. Next would be this one. And that's a 4. Next would be the one born in 1805. That would be a 5. Next would be the one born in 1902, which makes this a, you guessed it, 2. Is that correct? Alright. So the more obvious one was the correct one, which I guess I'm okay with. Is there a wheel over here? Oh, there was a wheel. Yes, there was a wheel down here. I don't remember which wheel. I don't remember if this is set to correct or not. It's set to 5. Oh no. Which ones were correct? Curses. Do I have this information? Okay, so the one in the basement, not this one, 6 is correct. The one associated with the stars, which is this one, 3 is correct. So let's set this one to 3, and go back upstairs and see what we can do. Alright. Already feeling like we're making progress. Well, feeling like something is being done. Whether or not that thing is progress is yet to be determined. So now 2 of the wheels are on. Yes, 2 and 3 are on. So 3 is the basement underneath the projector. Where is my pen? How do you lose a pen? Good lord. I was just drawing with you, and now... Aha! I was sitting on it, as could have been guessed. Really, as we should have known. So 3, const basement, and 3 is correct for that. The second wheel, I don't remember which is the second wheel, which is the first wheel. But one of the wheels is the basement wheel, and the basement wheel, the correct value for the basement wheel is 6. So anyway, now that 2 and 3 are lit, let's look at numbers. So 73793. Oh, that changed this value to invalid. But the other two values are the same, 737. Okay. Interesting. So this actually might give me a system. I'm going to start writing down all the things rather than just writing invalid or not invalid. So this is, with 2 and 3 lit, 73793. So lighting the third one messed this one up for that value. This has gone to a legal value, which is 205253. And this is probably invalid, if I were to guess. So invalid. 73278. No, 32778. Please get things in the right order. Wow. 32778, of which 2 of these values are completely invalid. Which means that in order to get the correct value of torus, we need to toggle these two, presumably. So let's toggle those two and come back and get something. And see if these numbers are right. I wish I could remember what was over here before I did this. Well, too bad. Also got to figure out where the other wheels are. There's one in the basement. And I still haven't figured out this thing, which presumably wants something lit, some set of these things around the edge lit. So this is still a place I have to come back to, because I haven't figured out the last part of this. Okay. These are indeed some wonders. Alright, this can be relegated to post whatever it is we're doing right now. Which, first and foremost, involves setting this wheel. Is this correct? This is the wheel that I don't remember what the correct answer is for. I think it was 2? I think it was either 2 or 4. I don't remember which one it was. What if I set it to 2? What happens? Let's set it to 4 and see what happens, because 4 is close to 5. And I'm a sucker for small movements. This thing also still allows me to click on it, which means that I guess it's still gonna be relevant? That's kind of scary, considering I already did what I thought was the thing with it. Also, as long as we're here, let's go down a little bit further, shall we? And try and give Hermes his thing. Oh, you giving me the star? You give me the star. I want it. I want it! Thank you. Thanks, man. Very much appreciated. Cool. You're not interactive at all anymore. Hooray! That felt really low energy. I'm sorry about that. That was... that was something. Alright. Moving on. Was there a wheel in here? There wasn't, was there? I think I did everything I was supposed to do in here. Oh, and I got extra information from here about Clem and the eyes. There's rather a lot of information to be gleaned. Alright, so now I have 2 of the stars. Well, that's something for sure. That's a really good start. Is this something relevant? No, it's just scratched up brick. That's great. Okay, back upstairs to see whether or not turning the wheel from 5 to 4 did anything. Yeah, Hermes wants to make sure you know what he's about. Hermes is about presenting the best possible view of Hermes. Alright, well that was correct. I was right. I did move it from 4 to 5 because I am lazy. So now we have, with all 3 of them up, 47, 7, 78. That's even worse. For Gemini, we have some invalid numbers. Good. 22, 37, 93. For, oh no. 7 and 20. So wait, 7's not a valid value. It has to be between 15 and whatever. Okay. So we still don't have a valid value for Gemini. And for presumably Scorpio, it really is Mr. Gecko. I wasn't lying. We have more invalid answers. 35, 52, 53. But 52 and 53 are still legal. So with 2 and 3 lit, we got a valid value for Scorpio. Allegedly Scorpio. I really not only don't remember, but am not super inclined to look it up. So we still need to figure out valid answers for Taurus, but toggling the first value still gave us bad values. So we haven't quite figured it out. For Gemini, it looks like it's 22, 37, 12, but I'm not confident on that, and I want to get a value that is those 3. And for allegedly Scorpio, we have 20, 52, 53, so that's fine. But now I know all of these, so I can just toggle them at will. So let's... How do I want to do this? Let's toggle 1 and 3 and see what that does to my Taurus values. Presumably, I want to toggle only 3, and that should give me a correct Gemini answer also. So let's do that for Gemini and see where that takes us. Which one did we just toggle? We just toggled wheel 1. So that's the foyer wheel. And the correct value for that wheel is 4. Cool. So now we have to go to the basement. Basement? No. If I want to toggle 3 and... Well, okay. If I want to just toggle 3, that's the constellation basement. So that's over this way. Go. Continue walking, please. Thank you. And toggling this is as easy as that. And then go back upstairs and check to see what we have achieved. Alright, Captain's Wheel, what you got? So, allegedly Scorpio should presumably be illegal, and is in fact illegal. 35, 52, 39 is not going to get us anywhere. 1 and 2. 35, 52, 39. So toggling... Oh, no. Toggling wheel 3 gets us 39, but 39 is still a potentially valid value for that spot. So there are actually multiple valid values for Scorpio as well. Irritating. There's going to be a lot to write down. This is a long puzzle. Livewire, if you're in here, grr. This is a long puzzle. Let's see what Gemini gets us. So this presumably... Nope, this is garbage. I love it. Good job giving me garbage. 22, 37, 79 on 1 and 2. 22, 37, but 79 is a new garbage, so that's interesting. But all of the values now that we've seen with... Oh, I'm writing these in the wrong column. Alright, well this is now 2, and this is now 3, and I hope I remember that. Because 3 is off now. I messed up. I have messed. Alright, let's see what Taurus has to say for itself. 47,764, which is complete garbage. Well, 7 is still a thing, but 64 is newly garbage, so that's great. So this, I think, leads me to believe that 1 needs to be not on for Taurus. We still don't have a fully valid answer for Gemini, and it seems like it's going to be a little... It's going to be specific. So, just noting that, for example, 12 in the third column with the third wheel off doesn't mean we're going to consistently get 12 in that column with the third wheel off. Because with the third wheel off, we just got 79. Right? 79? So it is a set of 3 that's going to produce a correct value. Hopefully only 1 correct value will be seen. But I mean, we got to fill in the rest of this chart, don't we? So let's do that thing that involves filling in more of this chart. This is the actual basement, and the correct value for this is 6. 6. Okay, cool. So the next step then, with 1 and 2 on, we can just toggle 2 and see the values for 1. And 2 is the actual basement one. So let's go to the actual basement. And while we're down there, we can presumably do nothing else of use. Alright. Where you at, wheel? Prepare to get toggled. 6. Get toggled. Alright. Do we know of anything else that we can do here? There was some suspicion. This blue. I'm so glad I found that by accident, because finding it on purpose would have been real difficult. Like, I just have to click in the center of every one of these tiles. Tiles are irritating. Well, as long as I'm here, I might as well put in some stars, right? One more to go. What else can I do here? These chains no longer do anything. This no longer does anything. These no longer do anything. This, though, I can still click over here. Huh, it lets me click up here. It lets me click in a variety of places around this, actually. Interesting. And same over here. We never did figure out anything to do with this. This doesn't give me as much freedom to click around it, though. And this also, we can zoom in on, but never did anything. And we didn't figure out a way to interact with it at all. Yeah, clicking and dragging, clicking and dragging, clicking. Doesn't seem to do anything. It's here, it's just not talking. And I think we've pulled on all of the chains that are going to get pulled. This is now far too far away. Telling you, dude, it's not even worth it. You can probably find a device to do that on the web. Put in a variety of different values for each column and see what all the values are. Maybe you'll even find one that'll automatically cut out garbage for you. How nice would that be? Anyway, going back upstairs. Gonna check some things. So yeah, Fez is a heck of a game, isn't it, Mr. Gecko? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Like, I'm glad you're getting a lot out of it. It seems like you're getting about as much out of it as I did. So I'm really happy to see that. I'm happy to hear that. Here are some values. 22, 29, 79, so complete garbage. Well, not complete garbage. 22 is still correct. Possibly correct. 29 is possibly correct. 79, though, get out. How does Scorpio look? 35, 44, 39, that's not gonna fly. 44, 39. This still leads us to the possibility that 44 and 39 are valid values. So maybe if, like, 1 off and 2 off and 3 could give us, assuming the rules stay the same, 20, 44, 39. Like, I guess if we just turn 1 off right now, we would have 20, 44, 39, which is a valid value, but clashes with the already existing valid value. If we just turn 1 off, though, like, oh, I wonder if that'll work. Alright, that's going to be what we do next. And next is Taurus. I completely forgot that it could be one of the things. 47, 99, 64. The most garbage. Actually, the most garbage. 47, 99, 64, none of which works. Alright, let's try turning 1 off now, which is in the foyer, and look at it with none of the wheels on, and see what that gets me. So turning this off is as easy as 1, 2, 5. And let's see what garbage we get here. I'm expecting no valid, like, complete garbage for all of them, but who knows? Alright. So at least in this I'm a little vindicated. 32, 99, 64. Sounds great. 2, 99, 64. So bad. What am I expecting for this? I haven't looked at the values yet, but with all of them off, I am expecting 7, 29, 79, I guess? Yeah, alright. Which 79 is an invalid value. And then for Scorpio, I am expecting 20, 44, 39. Okay, so it is consistent. 20, 44, 39. So, what does this tell me? But there are more than 2 numbers for some of these. Like, Gemini had 79s and 93s in the 3rd column, but a 12 also in the 3rd column. It's had 3 different numbers in the 3rd column. So it's not completely consistent, which means I have to go and get the rest of the values. This is valid, which is unfortunate. This doesn't work at all. This is the least valuable. Okay, so now let's go and get just 3, and then we'll get 1 and 3, and that will be a full chart. Three is the constellation basement, which is over here. Oh, I still have a thing to do over here, don't I? What was it? I had a picture of that too. Well, let's stay on target and finish this, and then we can come back to that and see if we can figure that one out. And the correct value for this was 3? Yes. Is this a trapdoor? This looks manipulatable. It really does. Also, is there a dude watching me? I don't see any eyes. Why do I hear an eye? Huh? It's buggered off. Alright, well. Wherever it was. We're not seeing it anymore. Alright, okay, well, going back up, I guess. Go. A little bit of walking to do. A little bit of walking around. Just a little bit. Let's see what we get here. So, Scorpio reveals 204453. Oh no. All of these seem valid. Why do you do this to me, Scorpio? There's so many valid values for you. What a jerk. Taurus. What am I expecting for Taurus, actually? I am expecting 3 is on, nothing else. So 3 on is 78. With nothing else on, I guess I'm expecting 99 and 32. So 32, 99, 78. Great. Which is garbage. And Gemini, what am I expecting? 79. No, I'm expecting 93. Seven 729.93. Okay, cool. Cool. Great. Alright, one more value to check, which is 1 and 3 both on, which means we need to turn on the foyer. Foyer, to use the original Latin. And the correct value for this is 4. We're trying, Senna. We are definitely trying. We're doing some legwork right now. Collecting a full table of all of the various values that can be gotten out of the wheel of many numbers. So Gemini, with 1 and 3 lit, gives us 22, 29, and 93. So what I have determined with Gemini is none of the... Oh no, you have caught me out on a factual error. Good job. Of course it's French, dude. So what I've determined for Gemini is that out of all the values, only one set produces a valid value for column 3, which is 12. Other than that, toggling column 3 switches between 2 invalid values, 79 and 93. There's only one correct value for column 1, which is 22. 7 does not work for that position. And we have seen 2 correct values for the middle column, 29 and 37. But no arrangement of the wheel gets a valid value in all 3 columns. Which, to be frank, is weird. Alright, Scorpio, what you got for me? Allegedly Scorpio. Sorry, I want to make sure to use the proper terms here. 35, 44, 53. Fantastic. So Scorpio has actually been completely consistent. We have gotten a variety of possible values in each and every column. 35 doesn't work as a value for the first column. So anything that we've seen with 1 on gives us that 35. Column 2 toggles straight between 44 and 52, both of which work. And column 3 toggles between 39 and 53, both of which work. So we haven't gotten any weird values like we did with Gemini. What we've gotten is always 20, either 44 or 52, and either 39 or 53. Taurus, what am I expecting for Taurus? I don't know what you're doing, Polka Punk, but I don't like it. 47, 99, and 78. Complete garbage, as expected, because Taurus loves giving us garbage. So for Taurus, we have not once gotten a valid value in column 3. We've gotten a 7 in column 2. And we have not once gotten a valid value out of column 1. So I think that means that the actual number we're looking for is 2712, because those are the uniques from each wheel. This is a little bit of a leap. But who knows, maybe it'll work. Much of this game seems to be a little bit of a leap. Alright, so if I'm looking at... I have no idea what I'm looking at. Holy crap. This is not useful at all. I mean, it's still divided into columns, but I don't feel like I have good values on rows here. Unless it's like row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So it's 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3? Kind of? That's ugly. Let me go back to one of the correct original values. Did I write those down anywhere? I don't think I did. Ugly. Alright, so that wasn't right. Let me go get the values for wheel 2, for only wheel 2 again, because I didn't actually write those down, I just crossed them off, which was obviously blatantly incorrect. Why are you giving me music again? What did I do? Did I do something right? No. Okay, okay. I didn't think so. Like, this doesn't look like anything, unless it's like... This is second row, so this is third row? Second column, fourth column? That's really weird, though. I mean, I guess try it, right? No. No. Alright, let's try some of the values that we did get, and see what that results in. So we got a lot of different valid values in Scorpio. We got 2 different valid values in Gemini. So let's try those. We got 22, 29, 12, and 22, 37, 12. So 22 x 12. So we're looking at 29 here. I really hope not Senna. This doesn't really look like anything. This could be top row, middle, and second and third. I mean, if we assume that that is top row, second, and third, then we have those 2 lit. And then we're looking at 37 instead of 29. And this is complete garbage. Like, I don't know how you get anything out of that. This is completely yeah. This means nothing to me, and I don't know how to figure anything out from it. So let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio gave us 20 here. And then let's try 44 and 39 first, and then we can switch to the other numbers. I'm expecting this to not... What the heck is this?! Oh, you did not just. Oh my god. Okay. How do I make it move just a little bit to the left? Is that the degree? Like, if I move this down to 38, does that get me where I want it to be? Yeah. Alright. What if I make it 36? Cannot believe this crap. What are you showing me here? That's a little further over again. Okay. What if I make it 30? Is it just moving up and down? I think it is just moving up and down. I don't feel like I'm seeing any more to the left. Maybe it's this one, so I need to move it back this way. That was the wrong direction. Let's change that thusly. What? Something stones? I'm so not okay with this. They're sending me a message from the great beyond. What's up, Livewire? Quality trolling. Thank you very much. I can't believe this. Why would you do this to me? Alright, well, great. At least I got an achievement out of it. Heads up, guys. These are the numbers to put in if you want an achievement. I don't believe it. I'm glad you're having fun. Alright, I think that means I am very much not on the right track. But I guess I'll keep cycling through here. Alright, so we were at 20, 44, 39. And that resulted in something that I couldn't get any real information out of. So let's try 20, 44, 53. This is the same place. This is not going to get me anywhere. Alright, let's try 20, 52, 53. Is 52 far enough over? I think it probably is. Or is this, like, what you're supposed to put in to actually get the message? No, that's still... okay. So all of this mucking around with the... yeah. And then there's 5239, which we didn't try. But which I'm also expecting to not be particularly useful for the purposes of puzzle solving. Yeah, okay. Alright, great, good job, wonderful, great. Alright, where to now? Okay, I guess I toggle wheel 2 and get the actual values for there and see what that does. Wait, what's up right now? Hang on. What's on right now? It's 1 and 3 are on right now, so I need to toggle all of them. Okay. And then we can start poking around for more information about solving the upper thing, or trying to put in the right oscilloscope thing, or... Frankly, there are quite a few options in terms of where to go and places to do and things to try, and pixels to potentially hunt for. No, wait, that's... Go back. I need to turn this one on. No, I need to turn this one off, that's correct. And then there is the wheel over here, which must be turned off in the approved manner. And there's the wheel over here, which must also be turned on and or off, depending on what its current value is. On, I guess. Wait, what? This was off? It looked like it was on. Why is that right? Hang on. Alright, well, the value I want is this off, so I'm gonna leave it as off? I'm kind of confused. I don't think what happened. I don't think this worked the way I expected it to work. Something is wrong. Something is not right. Okay, now none of them are on. Aha! I figured it out. My notation. I am good at the thing. I have the basement and the constellation thing confused. I forgot that the basement was actually off right now and needs to be turned on. Okay. So everything does work the way I expect them to. I was just wrong. Or everything, as far as I know, is still consistent. That's the key. Okay. Where am I going? Back up. Writing down numbers. Writing down more numbers, seeing if they do anything. Okay, so with only 2 lit, Taurus gives us 32,797. $97? I haven't seen a 97 out of that before. So this is still useless garbage. 32 is wrong, 97 is wrong. But this is a different third column value than I've gotten for any of the other sets with a 3-column value. Gemini, we already wrote down, gave us 73712, which was super weird. And Scorpio, 205272. 72 we've not seen before, but is an invalid value. 2052. Why does 2 and only 2 lit give us weird values for the third column? 97 and 72 aren't useful. 12 is valid, but is also unique. And there's nothing else unique in any of the other columns. Column 1 is just a straight toggle for all 3 signs. In Taurus, it toggles between 47 and 32. In Gemini, it toggles between 22 and 7. In Scorpio, it toggles between 35 and 20. So it's always just a toggle. Column 2 is also just a straight toggle. 99 and 7 for Taurus, 37 and 29 for Gemini, 44 and 52 for Scorpio. The only place where you see any values that are not just straight toggles are 97, 12, and 72 in column 3 with only wheel 2 lit. But those aren't valid. You can't even put those in. 97, 12, 72. That doesn't fit at all. I can't do anything with those numbers. Okay. Where am I going from here? None of these do anything for me. So where to next? Am I supposed to, like, introduce outside knowledge again? Like, given that these are all real signs, should I know what their, like, what orientation I need to set the thing in? Like, Hermes was outside knowledge, right? It doesn't reference Hermes anywhere here. Should I also be pulling in outside knowledge in order to get this? This is really confusing. Oh, I like the pirate ships in the background. That's a really nice touch, actually. But that doesn't get me any closer to figuring this crap out. Definitely nowhere closer to actually solving this puzzle. Hermes was written across the back of the disc. Oh, really? So if I had spun the disc around before I inserted it, I would have gotten Hermes out of that. Okay. Oh, but then that's a clue you can lose. That's kind of irritating. Or do I need to have put in Hermes before I could insert the disc? Oh, on the back of the you're not talking about the boot disc. Oh, you are talking about the boot disc. Huh. Okay. I mean, like, you've done a lot of things right in this game. That's a design decision that I don't necessarily agree with, but, like, I guess it's not the worst. Like, the existence of Hermes as a god is probably public enough knowledge that even if you don't get it out of the disc, it's probably okay. Oh, okay, it is on the back of the layer. So you have to be able to put that in before... Okay, good. That makes a lot more sense, then. If it's on... yeah. On the thing you have to insert in the statue before... Okay, yes, that makes a lot more sense. Alright, cool. We're good. I'm on board with that. I still don't know what to do with these numbers, though. 799 for Taurus. Actually, let me take a look at that picture again. Because that picture might actually have to... might indicate relative values and locations. So... Oh, and then there's this thing, which I haven't even bothered taking a closer look at yet. Oh my god. So much to do. Okay, so this implies that Gemini is the first number. Right? So go into this again. So Gemini is the column 1 number. Taurus is the column 2 number. And Scorpio is the column 3 number? So if that's the case, then we have 22, 7, and either 39 or 53. But I think we tried those, right? No, maybe we tried something similar to that, but not exactly. 22, 7. I think it wasn't quite. 22, 7, 39? And we can also try 22, 7, 53. But once again, that 72 is garbage. Now this looks like an actual thing. So 1 and 4 on the top row, 1 and 3 on the second row, 2 on the third row, and 4 on the fourth row. Yes. What even is this thing? I'm presuming that this goes into the oscilloscope. Alright, let's go play with the oscilloscope. Yeah, you look like you need this thing. Oh, it was a key. Cool. Wow, very cool. And this is no longer interactable. Okay, cool. I did all the things. Now this thing is done being played with. So is that what that other note was meant to be? Now I gotta look back at that other note. Because it was that other note that showed kind of like the oscilloscope and like a star-looking thing. This, right? Like, I'm not exactly sure what I was meant to get out of this, unless that was just like a vague indication that, hey, one of the stars is present in the oscilloscope without providing more information. I don't feel like I got much out of that. Okay. Cool. So that's something. That's progress. There's still so much left to find, though. Look at all this stuff. 16 keys on this floor, coins on this floor, 1 million action figures. We never found action figures. We found literally 1 action figure this entire run. 1 more photograph on this floor. This thing, presumably I'm going to get by putting in the last star. So I have to figure out how to get the last star. Probably related to this room, because there's more stuff to do in this room. And there's more stuff to do... Wonder what goes here. More stuff to do, presumably in the basement. Is that? No. Okay, that was not a photograph. Alright. Clue was to unlock the wheel in the adjacent room. Oh, because you needed to use the oscilloscope to unlock the... Oh, that's what unlocked that wheel. Okay, that makes sense. I keep expecting these things on the sides here to be Polaroids, and they're not. I can't really get anything out of this. I already got the thing that was over here. This doesn't want to be interacted with. Okay. What about you? What's over here? Anything? Anything more? There's a pot. Can I click on the pot? Can't click on the pot. It's a dang shame. How about over here? Are you anything? Doesn't really look like I can get much out of this one. How about you? I mean, there's still this thing, right? But I don't... Oh, that's got the wonders of the world. Wonders of space. Space! This has... nothing. Although there is this great big old pot next to it. Which, alas, does not appear to be particularly interactable. Not really seeing anything over here either. Other than these curtains, but the curtains aren't interactable really either. Over here... Why is he chopping off cherub wings? What a jerk. Jerk. Some symbols are lit because I lit them the last time I was here. I went through and toggled them on the hopes that some of them would do something relevant. Like, there was this puzzle over here where I had to put them in a specific order in order to get these things to unlock. But then I unlocked this one later, and I don't know what specific order of symbols to put in here. So short of, like, trying all of the orders, which, while is a doable task, not one I want to undertake. So I'm looking around for more clues, hoping to figure out some more information about whether or not it does things. And then there's this thing. I don't know what it does. Might do something later, after I figure out what this one is. It's like maybe I can get some information out of this, but I feel like I already got information out of this. Because this was telling me about the path that we needed to take, the things that we needed to light up in order to get the first steps of this done, in order to unlock the way upstairs. So it was like a star far away, which orbits a hot Jupiter and a single rocky planet not unlike our own. So we had to, on the H symbol, which is their sun, we had to set Jupiter and Earth and nothing else, and then activate, and it showed a little cutscene. Spoiler, it does stuff. Everything does stuff. Presumably everything that you can interact does stuff. Interact with. Their distant homeworld, the majestic gas giants of our outer solar system. This is the 3 stages that we went through. I can only imagine other wonders, too numerous to comprehend. Unless there's like a... So, building off of that, if we presume then that, you know, this being our sun, this being their sun, and this being a third, more distant sun, perhaps? There's some sort of relationship, maybe with none of them lit. A sun with no planets. This is not particularly logical. Well, it was right. Alright. Alright, I'll take it. Thanks. I don't like it, but I'll take it. Alright, let's go down to the basement and get the thing. Where am I going? Here. Good lord. The paths I travel. So now I can put this in, and presumably this will give me the last big star. Yes! So at least now I can go to that one last room and fill in all of these things. So I still missed a bunch of collectibles coming in here. That's not the room I wanted to go in. But this is, presumably, enough to complete the game. Enough to see an ending, I guess, is what I'm expecting here. Like, these things I didn't find, but this, now I've found them all. Enough to get me somewhere. Achievement unlocked. The altar. Alright, well I found another radio, which I am just immediately going to turn off, because I haven't achievement unlocked radio silence. Okay, cool. Haven't figured out anything else to do with radios other than turn them off. Huh, okay, this looks useful. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Really excited about this potentially doing something. Oh, is this what I'm supposed to put in to get the 100 stones written in the stars achievement? Oh, and there's 5 more coins to find. Including these 3. Is there anything else I can do over here? Nothing else down here. It seems like there's supposed to be a generator I can turn on. But if so, I don't know how. So, let's go up the steps and see what happens. There's some eyes around. I'm looking for coins on the steps because there's not much else to do here. I think I found them. A coins and another coins. Yeah. Alright, alright, alright. We're going. We're going. Chill. Relax. There's so much steps. Alright. Bunch of stuff up here, too. It sparkles, but I can't click it. Aww. Steps down. Oh, that was something. Hang on, hang on. It's a note. Really? Okay. 4/12/37/1964. Astronomy math, kids. Oh, all of these little notes to find. I bet I've missed something else too. There's been other notes that I probably missed. Oh, there's stairs. Ha ha ha. There are. It's a trapdoor. You can go up through the stairs. That's cool. Ladder. That's word. I'm good at English. Oh. What does that mean? Alright, I'm taking a picture of you too. God. All of these little notes to find. Are there more notes? Where are there more notes? Underneath other objects? Are there other objects? Doesn't look like there's other objects. Did I miss something downstairs one? It's possible there was something here and I just didn't look hard enough. Doesn't appear to be. Alright. Doesn't quite look like I can't get a good eye on. Oh, those are lights. Okay. So once I turn those lights on, presumably it would be easier to see. What? I cannot interact with you. This looks like another spot for a key, which I don't have. Aw, come on, guys. I don't even know if I can help you here. I'm still missing all of the important things. No! I thought I was close to done! I was so wrong. So wrong. I'm sorry. Eyes of Ara. Oh, I have one of these! Where did I get this from? Excuse you? Alright, I'm pretty happy with that being on 1. Which of these others affected 1? That one. Do I just want to get a single line all the way across? Is that even possible? No. But, like, that into a single line would totally work. So anything I do on column 1 is going to have to end in 3 prongs. Because I can only find 3-pronged things in column 2. Column 2 can end in 3, 1, or 2. Column 3, how do I column 3? Can start in 1 or 2. Okay, alright. This looks something. So column 1 has to be 3 to 3. Column 2 has to be 3 to either 2 or 1. So that means column 3 is 2 or 1 into, where's 3? 1 or 2. Column 2 can only receive a 2 in, so column 4 has to receive a 2 in. And that can go either 2 to 2 or 2 to 1. And column 5 can take in, it can either be 1 to 2 or 1 to 1. My assumption is it wants to be 1 to 1. But that means that but it cannot take, let's see, it can take a 1, a 3, or a 1. So it can only take a 1, which means it'll output either as 1 to 2 or 1 to 1. And I have probably messed this up horrifically already. So from output of 4, what do I have that goes to a 1? Okay, so we have the 2 to 1. So it has to be, yeah, it has to be 2 to 1. For column 3, what do I have that outputs a 2? Only this, which means it takes in a 1. Okay, so we have a path. It's 3 into 3 to 1 into 1 to 2 into 2 to 1 into either 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. So we know that this is going to be column 1, guaranteed. Column 2 has to be this. This is correct for column 3. Column 4 has to be this. Hang on. No. This has to be here. Here? Let's get these correct again. And then set up column 2 with it using this. And then this twists them opposite. So if we want to put column 4 here, which we do, this needs to be here. Oh man, it did the thing. Kind of. It kind of did the thing. Where did I get that key from, though? How did I have that? Where did I pull it out of? Well, I mean, we're one step closer to the thing being accomplished. That was pretty cool. Alright, I guess we're going back downstairs, though. Also, can I turn on the lights down here yet? Is there another one of those things out here somewhere? Ara, the altar. Huh. Alright, well I have all the coins, so that's something. The real question is, where do I get more of those keys? I mean, I guess the next obvious step is hunt for collectibles. Because completing collectibles definitely looks like it does something. I don't know what, but something. Presumably unlocks this door. But where is that next key? Where was the first key? Like, I don't even know how I acquired that. Did I break a vase and it fell out of the vase? Is there another one over here that I could just... Wasn't in one of the drawers, was it? The safe behind the painting? No, I can't zoom in on the painting, unfortunately. It is quite the, storm-tossed... Sorry, tempest-tossed. You gotta use appropriate terminology. Quite the tempest-tossed seascape. Yeah, I can't interact with that at all. What did this have to say again? Huh. Mostly his wind down. Okay. I mean, actually, like... yeah, it probably does work in most puzzle games. This is not going anywhere. Livewire, if you're still around, how did I get that first key? Like, I honestly don't know what I did in order to acquire it. It must have been something in that back room, but I don't know what. One thing I want to try, just in case it actually works and was really obvious and was something I should have been doing this whole time, is instead of just clicking on this, try and drag it upwards. No. Okay. Too bad. Alright, so what else is still interactable in this area? Why are you still interactable? Why is this boot log relevant? Was above the door in the main room? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a little spot there. There's like a plaque. Okay, so it was just hanging out. Okay, cool. Why can I still look at this? What value am I expected to achieve from knowing that the last date this was running, 4 days, 16 hours, as of May 18th, 2004, which means it went down on May 22nd or May 23rd? Is that useful information? I don't know. What else is there to do? Was there more information in here that I haven't achieved yet? I feel like I read everything that I was supposed to be able to read in this area. I could easily be wrong, though. I have been wrong about such things in the past. Oh, that's what that thing was for. Oh, right. There was the paper with the 3-letter codes, and I used them in this room, so I don't actually need that anymore. Alright. Think... Oh, I wonder. I wonder if the telescope is still interactable, actually. Are the wheels still interactable? No, I can't even get to the wheels anymore. Okay, good. That... Like, I feel better knowing that I cannot spin the wheels anymore. And this is... Oh, I can still hit these buttons, huh? So there's still more to do over here. Oh, no. you... Yep, there's still more to do over here if I want it. Okay. Still more information to be achieved. This is no longer useful. This is a journal entry. But I already got everything I'm going to get out of this. Alright, I'm going to use this opportunity to take a brief break. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go get some water, stretch my legs, and think about the things I have seen, and see whether or not I can figure out a way to make them useful. Chances are good that we're going to go back to Section 1 and hunt for that last stone face. That seems like a good use of time. Or maybe just, in general, be hunting for Polaroids and money and seeing what we can come up with. At any rate, back in a bit. And the wheel's not manipulatable either, so I can't get numbers out of that. Anyway, I'm back. Hello, guys. I hope you had fun while I was gone. Maybe. So that would be 18. What was it? 180504? It's valid. It's a stretch, but it's valid. Not really getting anything out of this. There are some stars here. Alright, I guess let's make an inventory of what is still interactable. Of the puzzle elements that I have used so far. So telescope still does something. And I'm presuming that I'm not going to need information across section to section. So far, everything has been remarkably well self-contained. I haven't needed to bring anything back with me from the future, or forward with me from the past. This stuff is all still active. So there's still yet one more pattern, at least one more pattern, I can put into this in order to get something. At a guess, it's either going to involve the sun alone, or it's going to involve Ara, the Alta. Which was, what, Jupiter and Earth? That's what I was supposed to get out of it? I don't remember. Are you Jupiter or are you Saturn? Jupiter is the 4. Saturn is the chair, or the H. Like, their solar system is an Earth-like planet, and Jupiter. So I have now gone back to Ara. This is what Ara looks like. But if I do, like, a close-up view, that doesn't get me anywhere. Alright. So maybe this is just here so I can actually play with it and switch from planet to planet, rather than in order to solve an additional puzzle. Is that actual Earth, or is it a mock-up of something that's not quite Earth, but Earth-like? Looks like Earth-like. I could be wrong. That could be actual Earth just upside down, and I'm not seeing it close enough to be able to tell. But this is still interactable, so presumably I can still do things with it. This now is done. I can no longer oscilloscope. I can still get into phase 3, which, if you recall, was garbage. Huh. But that is a thing I can still do. And these boards are still zoom-inable, which I don't know if that means anything. It has sure meant things in the past. Because I don't know that I ever used the information on this board. Yeah, was that Pangea in the middle? Okay. Oh, this is the thing. This is the, phase 3 is the altar. I guess what we're doing upstairs. So we need another key in order to do that. And presumably the other key must be obtainable from that room, which I think means we'll have to unlock it somehow. Who knows how? Maybe by getting more things. But this is still interactable, as are the boards on the walls here. I don't think anything is still interactable in here other than reading material. Yep, these are not clickable. I can still look at the edge of infinity and obtain information about Auriga and Leo, because presumably the information about Draco is no longer useful. Maybe Orion is useful. I don't know. But moving on, if I go downstairs, this wheel is no longer interactable, which is good. That is appropriate. Doesn't look like anything is interactable down here. But if I go up some stairs, this is still workable? No. It's just locked onto Draco and I can't do anything with it. Cool. Alright, so I am actually done with that. Although I can read more about the ice dragon in here if I want to. Dude, eyes, what are you doing? Chill. Relax. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So what are we on so far for actual interactive elements? There's things that we can zoom in and look at, but in terms of things that we can interact with, so far it's just been the computers, including the big telescope computer, and let's call it the planetarium directly beneath the observatory. And then, I mean, journals and stuff, but we can always get back into journals. I don't know, like, I'm not sure quite where else to take this from here. I know I've been remarkably bad at checking out the ceilings, which is really, really obtuse of me, given how many puzzles have been in the ceilings. So maybe that's a thing to do, is just kind of go back room by room and check out the ceilings in each room and see if I missed anything. It's probably worth doing. This wheel I can't click on. This guy is just here. This... Oh, I can't even zoom in on this anymore. So whatever it was that I've done apparently used this. But it's done. That thing is done. In here, radios. Get off. Stay off. Oh, this is the backside of the portrait. That's so funny. Is there any more reading material in here? I feel like I looked at stuff in here before. Ah, the Spanish dancer. 1566 I think was a code to something, so we already used that. This is the sun. Yep, as expected. Dancing rings. ARP 147. I think we used 147 for something too. And this cupboard didn't do much for us, but it was certainly there. Was certainly a cupboard. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much else in here. Alright, cool. No, those eyes never are relaxed. They always got something going on. None of this stuff is interactable. We played the heck out of this room. What about over here? Feel like I spent a lot of time looking at stuff in this room. If there was anything left to find in this room, I probably would have found it. I think I want to go all the way back to Zone 1 and figure stuff out from there, because I really want to find that last stone face. Alright, guys. We have a destination in mind. Who knows? Maybe finding it'll take us to another miscellaneous spot in Zone 3, and we'll spot a bunch of stuff that we didn't know about. Bye. So, let's take a look around, shall we? There are definitely some things to find. Didn't find the painting. Didn't find all of the coins or all of the Polaroids. And of course, there is still an action figure left to find. Is there anything left that felt interactable here? Also, if you guys see one of those stone face things, like, definitely let me know. It'll look like this, but with the eyes closed, so the eyes won't be green. There's probably not going to be another one of those in this room. But, like, who even knows what else I might have missed? Just by not being quite thorough enough. This room I also feel like I went over with a fine-tooth comb. This was a cool set of puzzles, though. The way they all work together in this room. I really liked this room. I highlighted it, Livewire, if you want to show off that video. Like, this is a really cool section. Oh, nothing over there. I gotta start looking in the corners and stuff. I'm really just looking at the walls now, huh? Because I gotta find those stone faces. Not really finding anything here, though. Pixel hunting has not paid off. Next room. What about here? It's like these random boarded up doors. Stone faces that I have already found. These daggers and stuff. Swords. What was this? Oh, this was, right. Information about puzzles. Daggers and sheaths, so that you know what to do with daggers when you find them later. The incredibly misleading girl with a mandolin. Nothing over here. What about in the kitchen? I had to do some serious hunting in here to get all the plumb bobs. I doubt I'm going to find anything in here. But I mean, you know, you gotta give it the old college try, right? This was so hard to read. I remember this. Memories of the Zodiac? Mysteries of the Zodiac. There's so many copies of the same book scattered around this castle. big believer in consistency, these guys. Maybe just this guy. Yo, cabinets. Do any of you do anything? Nope. It's a shame. Anything on the walls over here? That would be nice. No, I'm not finding anything. Alright, well, if there was anything here, I'm declaring it missed. But let's continue backtracking and see what we can see. That's backwards. I cannot get used to the thing putting you in the room facing the same direction that you already came. Like, for some reason, that just doesn't make sense to me intrinsically, and I don't know why. I didn't go in here, so let's go in here. Keep an eye out for stone faces. Oh, we already found one in this room, so probably not going to be another one. An empty thing, which is kind of weird. Generally, these get filled. So why is this still empty? Not only empty, but uninteractable. So I can't even, like, pretend that maybe later I will find something to fill it. Hello? Oh, it's just more reading material. Ah, oh, man. For a second there. And this is most likely where I am going to find another stone face, I think. Hello? Hey, it's a Polaroid. Cool. Alright, pixel hunting has paid off. At least minorly. Let's start with the downstairs. No, let's start with the upstairs, and then we can come back down. Oh, definitely didn't find much in this room. So it seems like this room is ripe for the pickings, as they say. Like there should be something here. No, that's happened to me in other games, Mr. Gecko. It's kind of a good feeling. Like, when you're starting to recognize an alphabet and understanding all of the things that people are saying in it. Hey, look, it's money. Yahtzee. That happened to me a bunch in Environmental Station Alpha, which had a similar kind of codified language. It got really easy to translate in my head, to the point where I could almost just read things. Anything on the roof here? Nothing I can see for sure. It's really dark. Alright, going downstairs. Oh. Wait, what was through this door then? Ah, right, this area. Including the knight whose shield we stole, because we are just incredibly good people. Really? Aha, more micromegas. Yeah, I'm okay with not reading more of that. Kind of done with micromegas. But there is a stone face here already. So presumably there's not going to be another around here. We definitely did all the things over here. Boy, oh boy, were these some things. There's not really a lot of need to click in random places because I know the symbol is going to change, right? Like it turns into the magnifying glass when I mouse over things. Something satisfying about clicking, though. This does not need to be an Indiana Jones movie. I am okay with there being no real firm time pressure. I don't need to feel like... I don't need to see a boulder trying to run me down, or, you know, angry natives trying to protect the statue that I stole, or whatever. Done all the things over here, I think. Let's try up the stairs. Hello. This is probably some wonders of space. And the edge of infinity. It's Orion. Oh, with a bunch of different star names. Was this useful? Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka? I feel like I used one of these numbers, but I don't remember. Alright, let's go upstairs. Just one more. One more to be found. It would be really cool if it was in this room, just like right here. Staring me in the face, waiting to get clicked on. That would be really cool. That would be really a super cool thing. Man. Nothing here. These are all done. Hello? Oh, money. Well, I might as well take the money. I mean, as long as I'm here, right? Does nobody any good to leave that lying around. Alright, well, mischief managed. Let's try this room. I almost forgot I was supposed to be looking at ceilings. But then again, I already got this one. These storage rooms, man, there's so much stuff to look at, and so little of it is interactable. I guess it's because I've already done all the things. So the rest of it, like, there's no need to do anything. Pay close attention to the walls, boys. I feel like... Hello? Ah! It's another one of these guys. That's clearly correct. Was that really correct? Why was that correct? What shape was that? Wait, get me back to the box. I want to look at the shape. Oh, I guess that was like the H with a slash through it, which is some symbol. Some sign. Some actual sign. Alright, well, we're making some kind of progress here. Coins are being found. Faces, though. Stone faces, where you at? Good old Clementine. What an all-star, that kid. She definitely helped me solve a bunch of these puzzles. I don't know that I would have gotten anywhere without her fortuitously placed notes. Is there more breakable stuff? Like, are there more, like, pots and stuff that I can break just by clicking on them that I haven't noticed because I've been, like, mousing over them and not getting a thing? Why is there no face in this room? This really feels like a good room for a face. Alright, let's try in here. We already got this stuff, so that's good. And then there's this area. What's up, buddy? That's the way back. Going down here takes us to that overhang in the third section where we picked up the picture. This was really cool, though. Like, that was a really neat trick. So if we see anything here, it's only going to be related to the third section. Which, I mean, maybe there's something useful from here, like a chain or something that we can pull? That we wouldn't have been able to pull otherwise, that like opens the gratings down here or something, unlocks this last interactable piece? Not seeing any chains to pull. Ya benzona! Alright. Well, it's a fair cop. Get the heck out of here. Piece of crap. Should have known. I should have known. I should have known. Like, obviously there's going to be something there. Alright, that doesn't mean we're done looking through this section, though, because I still want to find that last stone phase. Despite there being something enticingly unknown and ready to be looked at. Want to find that stone phase. And at this point I've gone through all of the rooms that I know about looking for this thing. Which either means I missed it, or there are still more rooms in this zone that I don't know about. And if there are more rooms in this zone that I don't know about, how do I get to them? Because it doesn't seem like there's anything else that's interactable in this area. Maybe I get to them through a different zone? Alright, I guess I'll go to the thing that I now know is interactable. I mean, at least I have a thing that I can do stuff with. Let's go do that thing. I was so wrong, Senna. I was so wrong. There's always a reason to randomly click on things. If only I had known. Alright, looping around. Backing down into the basement. Let's go play with some new toys! Oh look, it's money. It's a lot of money. Dang. Achievement unlocked. Consequences schmonsequences. Something, something, something. Okay, so it was just money. How dangerous is it to... Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. It was just money, though. I still can't do anything down here! God dang it. Dang it. Dang it! It was a lot of money, though. Like, that is completely fair. Do something! Alright. Well, that didn't actually unlock new content, really. I have yet to find more puzzles. So back to Zone 1 again. With the faces, hunting for the faces. Although, actually, if I go into here one more time, is there another place I can look to get another one of those keys? Is there anything more obvious here? I got a few more of the Polaroids, which is cool. Still haven't found the other two of these. Still haven't found any more action figures. Oh, you can never be sure, Senna! It's such a problem! Still a bunch more coins. So this was where I found the key. The first key. Bunch of things hidden in out-of-the-way places. And presumably, something I can do over here, once I get enough other stuff done. So given this, where do I even put this? Like, I can't spin the wheel anymore, so I can't get numbers out of that. And then there's that other thing with an even longer thing. Alright, back to Zone 1. Ugh. I feel like I'm at the point where I could use a hint. Maybe just direction? Am I on the right track with the stone faces thing? Is there something that's a better use of my time right now? Like, where should I be looking for something that will get me progress? Collectibles are all well and good, and puzzles are fun to solve. But I'm really unsure in what direction progress lies. Is there something here? Oh, just more Clem. And drawings by Alex. Cool. I was really hoping clicking on this would break it. I think I did everything I was supposed to do in here, too. There's that hidden passageway that we opened by messing around with these things. Still stuff to look at? Clementine again. Okay. The Secrets of Crazy Catherine, huh? I don't know that we spent a lot of time in this room. There's definitely stuff that we could have missed in here. Excuse me one sec, guys. It's a little better. Anything else I could presumably be finding in here? Polaroid, maybe? A Polaroid you are not, crazy Catherine. I like the piles of the dirt over here on the floor next to the cattle skull. Like, that feels really authentic to me. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the thing, right? I'm looking at stuff. I'm prodding all of the various areas. I'm looking at ceilings. Did I look at ceilings in here? It's like, that should be the first thing I do now, is just look up and see if I missed anything obvious. Stone nothing. Yeah, you got it, buddy. You have figured out the verbal tick. The edge of infinity. Space has some wonders. No good. NG. Nah. Alright. Continuing back to the first section. It's like I don't even have the willpower to go through this room the same way I've gone through some of the other rooms. There's just too many rooms. Too much stuff to go through. Kind of a lot of stuff to go through, to be honest. This guy. So I found one in this room. I'm going to make a map and mark off which rooms I have found stone faces in. So this is a room, and it leads to Zone 2. We have exits east. Don't need to write E, I can just make a line. Make more progress in Zone 2? Alright. Well, I'm hunting for pickups, but I'm also hunting for the last stone face. I found 5 of these little guys, and I know there's a 6th one because there's 6 around that one archway. And I'm presuming they're all going to be in Zone 1. Like, I would be really surprised to find that they cross zones. And that seems like the biggest possible location for actual progress, rather than just hunting for collectibles. That's really what I want to find right now, is the last of these guys. I know I have a lot of progress to make in terms of collectibles in the other zones as well. Like, I know I have a lot more Polaroids and stuff to find. But it's so much work. Picking up Polaroids and picking up money and trying to find, like, it's just so much work, man. But alright, let's try Zone 2. Let's see what we can do. I mean, developer says go to Zone 2, you go to Zone 2. This is a journal. I believe I have already read this journal. Oh yeah, this is the one where he's whining about the the coin collection because Alex has scattered it into a whole bunch of different places. God, the lore is so well done in this game. I love the way it actually like everything has a reason for being what it is. Like it's so good. It's so well put together. Did I see a... No, I saw that flash. Okay, that's fine. Is that something? Maybe that's something that I've already interacted with? Because that definitely looks like a thing. It's probably something I've already touched. Maybe that's how I opened this cabinet in the first place. Bookshelves? The obvious place for things to be? No, why would things be in the obvious places? That's foolish. If things were in the obvious places, you would have found them by now. Alright. So, in Zone 1, there was that one hidden passageway that led to yet another hidden passageway that led to something in another zone. Which makes me wonder... Because, like, this one was a pretty obvious open. But then there was this hidden passageway. I'm wondering if there's, like, a thing in here that opens a hidden passageway again. Because why not more nested hidden passageways? How am I on collectibles here? None of the action figures. I'm melting 5 of the Polaroids still. Some amount of money, but money gets found, whatever. I'm not going to focus on money. Money will show up when it shows up. And the big painting, which is a big deal. God, the design on this rug looks so familiar. I could swear I had one just like it in my parents' place. Probably had something really similar, but not like the exact same design, but this is like just a very general style. Turkish rug or something. Did I see something here? No. It's so dark. So hard to see. No, nothing. Nothing. Looking down, probably not going to get me too much mileage. Really, I think looking up is where it's at. Like, there's so much stuff above me that I probably haven't looked at all. Whereas I feel like staring at my feet, I've probably done a significant amount so far. And this... Why doesn't this open? Well, not getting a lot of traction here. Let's continue, shall we? So from here... what do I think I can accomplish? Haven't spent a whole lot of time in these rooms. I got some things out of here, definitely. The things I got out of here were relatively obvious. And then there's the attic, which was not obvious at all, but was managed. This feels like a thing. Oh, I guess it's just... oh, it's cut off by the, curtain. Whatever, it's fine. Anything in here? Should probably check the attic. Let's see what we got. Money! Sweet. Alright. Something found. At least one thing found. This was not a total loss. Oh! That looks... click. Important. Thank you, convenient light switch. Alright, so that's 2 of the big paintings. That's a big deal. And there's still one more big painting. Which, interestingly enough, since the Zone 3 big painting was accessible via Zone 1, it kind of stands to reason that the reverse is true, and the Zone 1 big painting is accessible via another zone? Maybe? It is a mystery. Bunch of stuff to hunt through here, though. Wow. Heavens to Betsy, this attic is cluttered. And this is like a discarded door or something up here? Hey, it's an action figure. I didn't have to solve a puzzle for it or nothing. Just had to look behind the door. And what do we have up here? Nothing? Nothing seems pretty likely. There's more dark areas back there. What am I expecting out of this, this light source? Is there another light source to turn on? Is there more back here that I can manipulate? Nah. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Definitely got some things out of here. Pretty happy with that. Wait, cabinet. You. What are you hiding from me? My guess is nothing. Back up at the ceiling? Partly hidden behind a beam. Oh! Oh? Oh! There was a key! What is it a key to? What have I not unlocked? This is extremely mysterious. Okay. Okay, good eyes. Was that assuming that was what you saw as well. This is cool though. It's a Gemini key. Alright. Is there a Gemini box? Let's check in here. Yet another blank painting in the wall. These are all over the place. These blanks. This is another room that had stuff that was like find all the things in the room. So I've probably gone over this room with a somewhat finer eye than I have many other rooms. Which means there is less likely to be stuff to find in here, but not impossible. I'm still just, like, looking at stuff as if I still trust somehow that my eyes are going to be enough to find things. Ridiculous. So what, pray tell, does this key unlock? Oh, I had another question for you, Livewire. Was it this room? Yeah, it was totally this room. So looking at these, and looking at the paintings, maybe it ended up not being relevant because I kind of skipped my way through some of the puzzles, but, like, the paintings have these, numerical things in a ceiling beam in the empty painting room, too. Really? Alright, hold that thought. I'm gonna come back to it. Where are their symbols scratched? Oh my gosh. It's another password. Okay. So it's 0, square, triangle down, square, circle, triangle up. Whew. You are on a roll, Senna. Man, I'm so glad you're here. Well, I know what to do with those, at least. I guess that's why this is still interactable. So circle, square, triangle down, square again, circle, triangle up. Alright, I'll take a photograph. I am not above taking a photograph. Or a Polaroid. This is still interactable. There's going to be more of those passwords somewhere. More series of codes. Probably one more, based on this pattern, right? No, these are great. Keep it up, man. Ah, okay. So the other thing, same room, Livewire. I can understand why people found the paintings irritating. They were kind of irritating. On these puzzles, there was a section where I think it was the section where there was the passcode, so you were putting in Castor and you were putting in Pollux, but there was also dots on them, so it's like 1 dot, 2 dot, 2 dot, empty, 2 dot, 1 dot, 2 dot, or something like that. And I never found a use for those, nor did I take a picture of those, and now they're inaccessible, so I don't know what, if anything, they meant. So let's keep a close eye on those beams, shall we? Since there tends to be data inscribed upon them. Skippable with the numbers. So what were the numbers then? Ah, the board in the children's room. What did the board in the children's room look like? That would be the next room over. Oh, that was this! I see, because you could spell Castor and Pollux from here. Ah. Okay. Oh, neat! And it shows the years, so you could use the years to skip the thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one was a hassle. Whoo, boy. With the circles, the interlocking circles, man, that was a pain. That was way more of a pain than the others. And of course, the moment you mention it, I find it immediately. Whereas, like, on my previous way through this, I definitely had not seen it at all. Why can I still go here? I'm willing to believe that. Like, those spatial orientation puzzles are something that I tend to do pretty well at. I have noticed a lot of other people having problems with that. Oh, look. Rami's spirit guide. Oh, yep, this is definitely Astra's room. Or whatever her name is. Astra? Astra. But Polaroid's a good find. I'm happy with that. This is honestly a pretty cool painting. It's super stylized, but really fascinating. Anything else on the beams here? Alright, let's check through here. This is our boy's room, right? Good old Christopher. Christopher, I think. God, this painting. And this looks like it slides out. Like something is gonna happen here. Is there... Why is the TV on? Can I fix that? Log entries. Okay. So stuff to read. Which is cool. Let's take a look at the beams. Is there another... Dots to dots. You found it! Good job, Mr. Gecko. Yeah, that's the graveyard. Pixels to pixels, dots to dots. Nothing obvious. Wait, I thought I saw the cursor flash. This one? I definitely remember reading it the first time. While Astra and Alex seem frightened of the eyes themselves seem indifferent to them. But Clementine, on the other hand, they have taken a keen interest in her. She has reported seeing them far more often, and I have observed them flying into her room at night. It's a little creepy. This is fascinating, but she is beginning to ask questions and wants entry into the keep. I am not ready to let her in there yet. There is still much work to be done. She's a clever one, though. I have secured the door and locked the key in a case above my bed, and in turn secured that from this PC. That should ensure the door stays firmly closed for now. While I'm still at it, I should secure the crawl space as well, to keep Alex from getting in where he shouldn't. Have I not been in the crawl space? I guess I haven't. One wonders how one enters the crawl space. Aw, theory of mine's not clickable. I've gotten into the attic. I guess attic and crawl space are two different things. Presumably the crawl space is not something you enter from this room, though. Probably from the hallway? Of course, there's the open question of whether or not he ended up securing the crawl space. Or not unlocked the display case. I did unlock the display case, though. The display case he was talking about was this one, which held the key to the next zone. Let's try the... I forgot he had a bathroom here. Nothing? Looks like a thing. Oh, this looks relevant. Libra! Reveal to me your secrets. Hey, a Polaroid! Alright, I'll take it. Oh, it's got a painting and the year underneath it. So you even know what you're supposed to do with those. Hello, Micromegas. Not particularly interested in looking at you again. What about in the bathtub? No. What about... What about any number of other things that have not yielded actual results yet? No? Nothing here, looks like. Might have exhausted this room. The bathroom does not look particularly promising anymore. Alright. I mean, in a house like this, crawl space is probably accessed via a trapdoor. In the floor. Usually lead to other... Well, we've already been in the attic, right? And we've noticed that Alex definitely spent some time in the attic. Like, that's a known thing. Although, heaven only knows how Alex got this thing down. And we've seen all like the random paintings and stuff here, so we know Alex spent some time up here. So maybe this is the crawl space that he was talking about? But if that's the case, then we're looking at passage from here to somewhere else? Because, like, I'm used to crawl space being underneath the floor as a place that you go to access, like, the plumbing of a house. So it's something, like, either accessible via outside, or there's, like, a trap door in the floor in the hallway or something. But we kind of went over this place. And, through the grace of Senna, found a lot of things. I'm not seeing anything else in here. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, honestly, like, I'm in California. We don't really go in for basements in California. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. I got an achievement for turning off all of the radios. I don't know if that's everything that I was supposed to do with the radios, but it was definitely something that I got rewarded for doing with the radios. Oh, what's down here? A Polaroid. And a journal. Oh, cool. It's not fair. I don't want to leave just because Mum is scared of some stupid lights. I want to stay here with Uncle. I told her I'm not afraid of them, but she won't listen. I can't leave. Not now. I still haven't found my way into the tall tower. I need to get in. I need to know what's up there. Oh, and it's all of the other pages got torn out of this journal and scattered all around the house. Brilliant. Is this a thing? Is this like a treasure box kind of thing? Yo, what's up, I? You here to lead me towards... Oh, you miss Clem! Oh, that's precious. Yeah, all of the radios are still interactable. I don't really know what to do about it. If something comes up that looks like it's a radio station, then maybe I'll try tuning the radios to that station. But so far, I've just been rewarded for turning them off, and that feels like reward enough for me. Is there anything else down here? This is glowing now. Like, the glow is going through the bed and glowing on this thing. But I can't... No, nothing's happening there. Hey, buddy. Sorry I can't bring your friend back. Oh. What? I think I figured it out. If I'm understanding everything right, I have to set the middle brick in the third row into the correct position last of all. Then the door should open. It's time to see what secrets crazy Catherine has been hiding. I'm going to try it tonight once everyone is in bed. I did this thing already. Maybe I can find something in there to scare Alex. I told him if he keeps tearing pages out of my journal, her ghost would come and get him in the night. Maybe I can make good on that threat. Mwahaha! And then Alex tore a page out of her journal and started drawing in it. Good job, Alex. You are a champ. Okay, there was a lot here that I missed. Man, this is good. I would like to see some kind of tracking for journal pages or for lore, so I know if there's anything I missed. I mean, maybe that can come up once, like, you found all the collectibles, like, here's your reward. Why is this still interactable? This is the dancers. I guess so I can just play the song again. The corner with the boxes here. I didn't see it change. If you saw it change... Yeah, that doesn't look like it's gonna get anywhere. Oh god, nope, I don't want to listen to that again. Like, we'll keep exploring, but maybe without that being wound up. Still spinning though, that's cool. Alright, so let's take a look at the ceilings. I'm kind of expecting to be another code scratched into one of the beams up here. If I'm gonna be hunched over and super, like, looking at my monitor, you might as well actually be able to... Doesn't look like I'm getting anything here. Nothing. Yo, Alex was a jerk. What a jerk of a little kid. Just stealing things and destroying things for the lulz, I guess? Scattering things to the four winds? Like, ha, I'm gonna steal all the coin collection and hide them in a bunch of different random spots all over the house. Good luck. I don't know that I'm gonna get anything else out of this room. Doesn't seem like there is much more here. He said, immediately finding something more. Come on, guys. Why do you do this to me? Now I gotta spend another 5 minutes clicking on things. Alright. Anything over here? No, I think that's about it. I think we're good here. Okay. Where else to check? Is there more to check in Astra's room? She does have a lot of ceiling to look at. It's so dark, though. Alright, so back to the subject of crawl spaces. Really? This isn't interactable? This totally looks like it should be a thing. Maybe it's something I've already looked at. Like, either the attic is the crawl space, or there's, like, stuff underneath the floorboards that we should be able to get to. Where else to look? Where else to look? Could go back downstairs, I guess? What is this a key to? Like, I don't think I found anything else that's like a locked thing that I should have a key to on this zone. Which means I'm still missing something relatively major. You're welcome, Mr. Gecko. I hope that's fun. It's a good game for it, though. Fez is so deep. Like, there's so much that you can pick up and learn by just going through the game and reading the stuff in the background. Like, it really is, you know, half puzzle platformer, half archaeology simulator. So there was one out here, right? That was the first one that we saw? The code? Oh no, it was just on the door. That's where the code was. The glass case was secured from the PC itself. Yeah, I remember that. Was there something else in that room? Like, there's not another box in here, is there? Yeah, man, if you haven't played Fez, you really should. Fez is such a good game. And Christopher's journals are everywhere. Good. Playing Fez is an important feature. What else is there left to find here? Still one Polaroid, still some coins, still an action figure, and a place to use this goddamn key. Let's see. Key has the Gemini symbol on it, but a lot of stuff in this zone is associated with Gemini. Implying that the crawl space is also secured via the PC? Whoa! Alright, that I was not expecting. Is there anything else I can interact with here? This game. I swear, this game. Huh. Well then, we appear to have looped back to... Yep, there's the painting. What's up, painting? How's it going? Achievement unlocked. Dreamscapes. And let's see if... that's how we get back here. Okay. Where's that stone face? I'm really expecting it to be, like, right here. Who is this dour-looking bastard? There it is. Found you. Oh my god. Are the drawers accessible from this end? No. Alright, well, I mean, that's enough. That's enough to go on. Let's get out of here. Jeez. I still have to figure out where to use this key. Is there anything else in here? Money. A lot of money. Alright, Alex has definitely been in here. Boy, do I need a flashlight. Alright. I'll deal with this later, I think. Because first, we gotta go back to Zone 1 and figure out what we're doing with the, now that the Stonehead door is, in theory, open, figure out what value we're getting out of that. Oh, man. Stupid cross-zone passageways. Wow. Very much a recipe for frustration. It's up here? It's up here, isn't it? Up on this side? Oh, yes. Open. Please. Check it out, eyes. I found something for you. Maybe. You keep calling it that. Just call it the writing cube. Achievement unlocked. Just desserts. I don't know what that means. Oh, look. It's... Capricorn? Oh, Leo. And it's got some money in it. Alright, well, that's a good place for money. Wow. Hunting trophies. I did not expect that. I don't know why I didn't expect that, but I really didn't expect that. What even is this? Is that even a guy? It looks like a bird head. Like some kind of weird, creepy, 1450s Osiris collage. No idea what's going on here. Or why there are all these... Oh, bullet holes. Okay. Somebody did not like this dude, whoever this dude is. Ah, okay, okay. I understand. Yeah, I mean, I think we figured out what he's been shooting the painting with. So what is there to find in here? Not a whole lot so far. Just a bunch of empties. Oh, that's the way back out. I get it. Aha, I understand now. And, presumably Alex never found his way in here, so there's not much in the way of collectibles. Okay. I could see that. Above the chair on the wall? Are there shotgun slugs up here? Oh, that's a blood pattern. Yeah. Alright. Well, something bad happened to someone here. Doesn't seem like there's much else in here, though. Creepy. So who do we think was the final victim here? I mean, is this where Christopher met his untimely end? Because we don't actually know what happened to Christopher, right? There was a storm, and he was like, well, I'll just do the thing after the storm. And that's the last communication we have from him. And the thing never got done. But Christopher also didn't seem like a guy who needed to blow his own brains out, right? Like, he wasn't doing anything super cruel. And he's definitely not the kind of guy who would just be shooting at this poster. I mean, what happened is pretty clear, but who and why is still not. Alright. So what next? I found all the paintings. Let's go to that, Zone 4, I guess, and see what that does for us. Oh, you think he freaked out, like, thinking about the eyes being ghosts? Okay, I could kind of see that happening. Just Desserts feels a little judgy for that to be how Christopher met his end, unless there's more information we don't have. I mean, yeah, presumably, right? It's been, what, 10 years? 12 years? No, 14 years? Oh, 04. And we're in 17 now, based on the mythology we've seen so far. So, 13 years? But I have all the paintings now, which means I can hit the button. I did it! I hit the button! Now what? Nothing. Yeah, that's true. Crazy Catherine. It's definitely a possibility. The actual ghost in the castle. And that's kind of what I'm thinking, is it's like, he came to the castle in, whenever he came. Okay, I definitely did read a note on the outside, but that sounds like it's worth reading again. And it was talking about noises inside the castle. But that was also relatively recent. Right? Like, the notes on the outside of the castle would have been within the past couple of... I mean, for those notes to still be there outside of the castle would have to have been within the past couple of weeks, let alone the past couple of years. Maybe it was this dude. I mean, it's pretty obviously a suicide scene. I don't think there's any way around that. I don't think it's the scene of a murder. But, someone was definitely real mad about, about the dude in the picture. Because, like, looking at the paintings, or looking at this thing, right? Joel and Jeremy have done it. The faceless ghost of Baron Contington, who ate his rifle to chase the demons out of his head. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, so it is the previous tenant, which means that, Christopher got in here and cleaned that up, which, fair. We don't know that much about Baron Contington, though. Other than that it's his coin collection that was scattered around. I mean, maybe we did learn a few things about Baron Contington and I just don't remember. That's also possible. Because there's kind of a lot of lore scattered around. I don't claim to remember all of it at this point. Hmm. How are we on pickups? 6 more coins, 1 more action figure, and 2 more Polaroids in here. Slightly less than that in Zone 2. But Zone 2 is still a place where we have a key that we haven't used. Oh man, that would have been super grisly, Livewired. That would have been a heck of a touch, though. What's the theory behind Just Desserts being the achievement name? Like, was Baron Contington canonically a bad dude? Like, I don't know that we know much of his story. The name pops up in a couple of places, but I don't remember much about him. Okay. Alright, I could kind of see that, especially in the trophy room. So where, ladies and gentlemen, do you suppose is there a thing I can put this key into. I am the keymaster. But where is the gatekeeper? Okay. That feels really subtle to me, Livewired. Like, I think you'd probably have to have a stronger bias in order to get the message from that. But that place is really packed with the trophy heads. Like, it's really overboard in there. So I guess it's reachable. Tile high up on a pillar in the library with a symbol on it. I mean, if you're talking about the stuff up here, like this one, and this one, and this one, like these were all part of solving some other puzzle in this room. But I can't get anywhere with those. Like, I can't zoom in on them. And somewhere here, presumably inscribed on wood somewhere, if the pattern holds true, there should be one more code to put in here. I know I straight up missed the second one. I would not have caught it without help. So it wouldn't surprise me if I have already missed the third one numerous times. Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, to chase away the demons in his head is kind of a clear indication of a life not well lived. Like, that almost always means guilt. And is a heck of a good phrase, like, good job, Alyssa, or whoever, for writing that note. Maybe. I mean, I feel like schizophrenics don't usually refer to their experience in that way. Not like I know a whole lot of schizophrenics, I guess. Like, I haven't even seen anything that indicates that it could be a locked thing that opens. Gosh, I just don't know where to go from here. I mean, I definitely want to find a way to use this. But Hmm. Maybe another one of those codes scrawled into the beams over here. Or over here? This seems like a good place for it, actually. Ha! Victory is mine. Triangle down. Triangle up. Line? What is line? Square? Triangle down. Line. Line. How do you get line? I guess that's just nothing in front of it? Over the lintel. Alright, I mean, I trust you. You've got good eyes. But if you're talking about this, I've already got that. I don't see anything else up here. Yeah, because that I already got. Dude, I never would have spotted that. I definitely needed to mouse over it and see the mouse change before I had any inclination that that was there. Gosh. Alright, let's see if I can put this code in. Let's see if I can figure this out. So line, presumably, is just this. Alright, so we want triangle down, triangle up, line, square, triangle down, line, line. Sweet. And is it the rest of the money on this floor? It's the rest of the money on this floor. Cool, you found all the money. It's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. I mean, it's not what I was looking for. It is something that I wanted. Oh, don't apologize for spotting things, Senna. Like, you're doing some real good work. I definitely appreciate having your eyes on the prize in here. Alright, so that should be it for this, right? This isn't interactable anymore? We finally did it. We got all the things. Where to next? There's still a ton of coins to get, so we haven't unlocked the coin switch in the 4th zone. Presumably you can get an ending without getting all of the pickups. An action figure, a Polaroid, and whatever this key unlocks. Which may contain an action figure and a Polaroid. Or a Polaroid. Zone 1 still had stuff scattered, so there's still like money and Polaroid and action figure, I think. Zone 3 also still missing money and Polaroid and action figure, I'm sure. And then there's also, like, the telescope in Zone 3 is still interactable. The observatory, or the planetarium, rather, in Zone 3 is still interactable. In Zone 4, there were a couple of clues on pieces of paper that seemed relevant to some puzzle, maybe a puzzle we haven't found yet. Or maybe it's the puzzle that's on the opposite side of the altar, so after we get the second key in Zone 4, we can use that. And then that, like, the clues that we found in Zone 4 will apply to that puzzle. That seems more likely than clues in Zone 4 applying to Zone 3 somehow. So there is still stuff to find. But whoo boy, is it getting few and far between. New things are thin on the ground these days. I mean, we could go into Zone 3 and try and fine-tooth comb all over some of these rooms and see if we come up with something. I don't know if there's an obvious direction for progress at this point. But I guess progress at this point has to be more collectibles, right? I mean, I'm assuming that you have to get all the collectibles to unlock the last key? Maybe that's wrong. Maybe there's something else that I could be doing in here to unlock the last key, and then all the collectibles does some additional thing. Like, I already hit this button, but that doesn't do anything on its own. I guess I have to find the rest of the collectibles, right? Bunch of Zone 1 coins still missing. All of the Zone 2 coins. We found the Zone 5 coins, so presumably these are 6 coins missing from Zone 3. As well as roughly 1 million action figures still missing. And 1, 2, 3... Only 4 Polaroids missing. Okay, that's pretty light. And there's still that stuff in the dungeon in Zone 3 that I don't know how to open up. Maybe that doesn't open up. What if it's a red herring? I really hope it's not a red herring. But it's possible. Like, maybe it just... the gates rattle and it doesn't actually do anything. That'd be really silly. Especially given that the other thing down there is also still interactable and I still haven't figured out how to interact with it. Is the little pedestal in the observatory still active? Because, like, I know I can still play with this thing, but does this? No, this doesn't do anything anymore. So even if there's more stuff to do over here, it's not going to interact with this anymore. That's cool. That's good to know. And there is still more stuff to do, or maybe I'm just intended to be able to switch back and forth between the various scenes if I want to see our galaxy versus their galaxy. I don't know. What does, like, their galaxy look like without planets? Probably nothing. This probably doesn't do anything. Okay. But I was able to get this without planets. And that did something. I wonder if this with all planets does something. Like, that's the obvious other thing to try. If it doesn't do anything, at least we can use that to go back to Sol. You know, get a good old Earth star back instead of this alien Ara star. Alright. But we can at least go back to Earth. Really? Huh. Inverse of the Ara setup. Alright, it's worth giving a shot. Oh, because it was inverse of Earth. And then... yeah, okay. I can see that. Alright, I'm going to go back to inner planets then. Hey, Netoen. How's it going? It's Mercury. That's Saturn. This is the one that we're missing. That should take us back, as they say. Yep. Cool. Wonder if this does anything from here. No. I still don't know what this does, to be honest. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like zoom in, zoom out, but it seems really arbitrary. It's been going well. We found a lot of stuff here and there. There's still more stuff to do, still more stuff to find. Livewire has been absolutely spot on in terms of being as subtle as possible and not providing too many hints, but still giving direction when it's needed. It's been a pretty good stream. And Senna has been the MVP of this stream, seriously. You've spotted like 3 different things that I would otherwise just totally not have spotted. Like, thank you very much for finding stuff for me. I kind of needed that. So what am I missing here? 2 action figures, 6 coins as expected, and 1 Polaroid. But where is the stuff? The stuff, where is it? Is there anything else in this room? I don't think so. I think this room is fairly exhausted. Other than the telescope still being here and still being clickable. I guess the telescope still being clickable is so that you can spot the 100 Stones achievement thing. That would make sense. Automatic tracking enabled. Yeah, right? Ceilings and beams, that's been a consistent theme. And shadowy places has also been a consistent theme, but it's like, there's so many shadowy places, like how do you check those? How do you be consistent in checking those? I mean, I feel like if we're gonna get real progress at this point, something with this still feels like it's gonna happen. Netoen. You're not wrong. There's so much that you can do in 3D. And in 2D, it's like, alright. Things are easier to spot, for sure. Why can't I spin this board? I want to be able to spin this board. There doesn't even need to be anything on the back. I just want to be able to spin it. Wait a second. No. Okay, it was just the board. Wow, Netoin has some opinions about 3D. I'm not entirely sure I agree with that. Like, it definitely does depend on the game. Um, but detailed surroundings, especially if you're expected to like find things within your surroundings, I think I can agree with that. A game being 3D and still having that same mechanic of find something within otherwise very detailed surroundings is going to be harder than a game doing the same thing in 2D, almost categorically. This is the other side of one of the other rooms, right? Oh, this is the stairs up to the observatory. It's a beam. Is there something on it? Can't argue with that math. There you go, guys. He used numbers. His logic is infallible. What's up, I? Think there might have been a Polaroid stuck behind a portrait there. Well, let's take a look at some portraits, shall we? There's nothing around this one. The room behind the stairs over in here? Yeah, this one is suspicious. But also not a thing. This is more about the wonders of space. Which, while enlightening, are not what we're looking for. Two groups of 3 coins, most likely. Somewhere in here. I wonder if this was something. Something helpful to a puzzle that I ended up not needing. There were a couple of places with stuff written on boxes that was actually puzzle clues, but... Do you do voice acting, Netoan? Like, for a living? Or is that just for streaming? I'm glad this is no longer clickable. Because I was really worried about what this might have meant. Oh, for D&D. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I guess I already clicked on whatever that was. Okay. Any other rocks that stick out? mean, these rocks stick out, but are clearly not a thing. Oh, I guess it's for supporting the beams. Which makes sense. Man, what's through there? Why is there an an eye vent hole? Because that's just outside, right? I guess it's if the eyes want to get outside. There's so many ways for the eyes to get outside, though. Like, that seems kind of superfluous. Hey, where you going, buddy? Why are you taking off in such a rush? Why not slow down, chat for a bit? Tell me some of the things that you have seen. Here in Castle Contington? Was that his name? I think it was Contington. On the table? The projector? We can no longer play with the projector because we have already projected everything that we need to project. On the table, on the windowsill over here, there is a book. The Ice Dragon. It tells us that dragons are very important. Which is why, as you can see, the constellation Draco is projected onto the wall. Did I see something clickable up here? I swear I saw the mouse flicker. No? Stone nothing. You look like you're a thing. You appear to be not be a thing. Alright, this looks pretty empty. I guess we could try down here one more time. Alright. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The pixel hunting's not doing it for me. And, I think I'm still pretty wrecked after my, let's call it eventful weekend. So I'm gonna call it here. Thanks a bunch for joining, though. It was definitely a good time sharing this particular stretch of the Eyes of Ara with you guys. I don't know if there's another Eyes of Ara stream in my future. Maybe it doesn't seem like there's that much left, but there is definitely at least one puzzle left to solve in addition to all the pixel hunting. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it off for a bit, do a new game for a while, and then come back to it. But anyway, yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for coming. Hope you had fun. I had fun. And, definitely playing Fez this Sunday. That is... We are go for Fez. Hopefully, life does not intervene. So if that's something that you feel like would be interesting to you, then please join. If not, then maybe I'll see you next Tuesday. And, yeah. I kind of figured I was really close to the end, Livewire. Like, there's not that much left to do. But, oh, man. All of the pixel hunting and just, like, very intense staring at screens where there is very little left to find is not frustrating so much as wearing. Like, it kind of grinds you down. It's been very rewarding when I find things, like it's a, you know, a huge burst of dopamine, like, wow, there's something left here. But it's such a process. Yeah, anyway. Hope you had fun. I'm done for now, and see you guys on Sunday, hopefully. Wait, you don't need the pickups to complete the story? What am I missing, then? Hang on. What am I missing? Obviously, I'm missing something. But, like, I'm expecting there to be another key here, but it seems like the extra key is gated by the pickups. Because, like, if I'm really that close and I don't need to do that much more hunting, then, you know, let's finish it off. And maybe I'll save pixel hunting for some other time. Do I have to use the key in the second zone? Or is there just something in zone 4 that I haven't picked up yet, and it's just there waiting for me to pick it up? And... because, like, there was a key here, right? But there's not just, like, a random another key on the wall somewhere, is there? Oh, man. Was there another thing and I just missed it? Ugh. Have I really? No. Like, I remember walking past here, and one of these windowsills had coins on it. The chest on the desk? I think I tried clicking that, and I wasn't able to get anything out of it. Nothing up here. And I went past here once or twice. Maybe it's in this room? This seems like a likely place for it. I want to get these chests open. Because I don't think it's up here. Although I gotta admit, I didn't really look around that closely. Dang, this is pretty, though. Hot or cold on a 20-second delay? That sounds like a terrible idea, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of stopped looking around once I found all the coins. I figured I had found everything. Near the base of the ladder? There was a note there. Like, if you're looking at here, there's a note here regarding some puzzle, presumably. You know, likewise, a note over here that I guess has to do with the one I just solved? With the one that I already solved? Okay. For it to be something that I've walked past several times, it would have to be in the main room. Really? Oh, man. Scanning the walls of every room I'm in. Like up here and I just didn't look at it? I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I have 100% been there, Livewired. Shame for days, man. It is incredible how oblivious I can be about some things. Just absolutely incredible how easy it is for me to miss things that should have been obvious, that were obvious to everybody else. But I mean, like, life of a streamer, right? I feel like that happens to everybody. How am I just not seeing it? Something on the central column? Maybe. Have I really? Oh my god. Man, if you're saying that I've literally moused over it twice, and in the same breath saying it's like big and obvious. I don't know, dude. Like, there's this note, which, okay. It's not the radio. The radio doesn't do anything. The radio exists to be turned off. Which, I mean, is as good a purpose for a radio as any. One up from the bottom, the brick behind the lamp is a different color. So this one? It's not something I can click on. I mean, that's what it ended up being, Netoen. Is that a thing? No. There's nothing interactable on the central thing. Hi. Thank you. Wonderful. Great. Wow, I'm glad that wasn't painful at all. Yeah, that was so remarkably easy. Good thing that was so easy. Let us never speak of this again. Alright, we're doing the thing. There's puzzles to solve. There's like number substitution ciphers and everything. I'm really excited about this puzzle that did not take at all long to find and then do things with. Alright, so here's what we have. We have this array of numbers. So we know that, is that Aquarius? I can never remember if that's Aquarius or Pisces. I think that's Aquarius. Actually, I think it's Pisces. Actually, I don't remember. Whatever it is. I'm going to call it Aquarius. Aquarius is 1. Taurus is 2. Aries is 3. Is that backwards? I think that's backwards. I think that's Aries and the other one's Taurus. Whatever. One of those is the thing. The other one is the other thing. And then we also have this array of things telling us a little bit about how constellation math works. Anyway, So I know that we have 1 dash equals 4, 3 dash equals 12, 211 equals 37, which is weird. 1 dash 3 equals 19. And 1 dash 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 equals 64. So, oh no. What 3-digit number are we meant to arrive at from 2-12? So if dash is an operation, then dash is effectively times 4. Because we have 1 times 4 equals 4. 3 times 4 equals 12. And then we have other number things. So 1 times 4 times 4 times 4. 4, 16, 64. So dash is times 4 whatever. And then we have some other thing, like some other interactions between numbers. I realize I'm doing all of this on paper, so you can't really see what I've got. But it's also just kind of talking it out in my head. So like, here, look at this some more, right? See if I can... So you've got the symbol that translates to a 1, and then a dash, equals 4. And that's because 1 times 4 is that thing. And then at the bottom, you have the symbol that translates to a 1, and then 3 dashes, equals 64. So it's 1 times 4 times 4 times 4. For 211 to equal 37, now you're starting to get into times 10 times 20. So where does this go from here? So 1 dash 3 is 19. Which presumably means that 3 is plus 7? Except we have 3 dash is 12, because it's 3 times 4. One dash 3 is 19. 1 dash is 4. 1 dash 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 is 64. So dash is just a multiplier. That much I'm pretty clear on. But I'm not sure how numbers interact with other numbers. Especially given that the only numbers I have for them are 1, 2, and 3. Maybe they're 4, 8, and 12 just by default. But dash has to do something. So 1 dash is 4, 3 dash is 12. That's fine. How do we get 37 out of 211? Oh, it's like binary, except it's base 4. Okay, no, I get it, because dash is 0. So, like, you have, Pisces, Taurus, Aries, 1, 2, 3, and then you have Pisces dash is 4. So if you have Pisces, that's 5, because it's 11 base 4. So what we have here is 20, 2012, but in base 4. So we have the 4-digit, the 16's digit, not the 16's digit, you have the 1's digit, the 4's digit, the 16's digit, and the 64's digit. So you have 2 times 64 plus 0 times 16 plus 1 times 4 plus 2 times 1. So that's 2 plus 4 plus 0 plus 2 times 64 is 128. So it's 132, 134. I now need to spin these wheels until I get to 134. Math! Alright, 134, how do I find you? Oh, easy. Like this. It's not easy. I thought it was going to be easy, and it wasn't. Alright, 174. No. Up, down, down, down. 54. Up, oh, down, down. Start? Nailed it. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, I know what it is. It's Clementine, obviously. I mean, honestly, Christopher's pretty transparent. Clementine! Yeah, that's her name. We all know who his favorite is. Achievement unlocked. The Eyes of Ara. So what does this thing even do? It sure does a thing. The eyes are very excited. They all want to be here for this momentous occasion. I did the thing, and now... Oh, dang. Okay. I was not expecting spaceship. Freely admitted. I mean, Phase 3 did something. We definitely don't have a lot of information about what Phase 3 did. But Phase 3 certainly did something. There you go. Man, right on. Right on. If I had been able to spot that key earlier, I would have felt better about this game. Like, I really like the game. I think the puzzles are really smart, and I like the way that it does, like, self-referential puzzles mixed with, puzzles that do... Hello? What's this? What do we have here? I can't mouse over it. But, if that's the same thing, that's... 312? In base 4, maybe? Yeah, that's 312. Or 302, because that was a dash. Anyway, continuing thought process. Feeling like I needed to go through and you know, like very precisely pay attention to surroundings and find random pickups in order to get through to actual progress kind of hurt the game, in my opinion. And that is entirely my fault for not spotting the second key when I went through. But that's still, I mean, not something that everybody's going to do, but as a gameplay mechanic is something that kind of bothers me, especially when the amount of direction that you have to be able to find these things is sort of minimal. Um, and in general, that kind of gameplay, like hunt and peck and find all of the little things, is not something that I find appealing. All that said, it's really well put together. The story is fantastic. And I really, really, really loved the way that the puzzles tied into the story. That was a breath of fresh air. More often than not, games like these just have puzzles for the sake of puzzles. And, if they have story, like, okay, cool, you can tell a story, but they're not related. And this game, it really feels organic. Like, everything that you're doing was put there deliberately for a reason. And that's super cool. Like, that is super cool. That was another Taurus Zero, right? Does it look like I have gray hair? I guess the blue started to fade. It's kind of weird in the lighting. I mean, typically the way that blue fades is it goes into, it has this sort of smooth transition into chlorine green. So that'll probably where I end up before I get it redyed. But yeah, not gonna lie, you hit on some fantastic ideas for this game, and thank you a ton for putting it together and getting it out there. I had a lot of fun playing it. Cool.